Hey guys, it's Lindsay and welcome back to my channel and to another plan with me. So for this week I'm planning out the week of April 8th through the 14th and I'm using the Lion kit that is from Station Stickers. It is a Gryffindor Harry Potter themed kit. Specifically because I went to a event that was really exciting on this week, and that was exactly what this kit, like why I used this kit specifically. So it already has all of the gold foil and everything in it, which is exciting, so I didn't have to pull in very many overlays. So I didn't have to waste that because it already came like that with the kit. So first thing that I'm doing is I'm putting down the Simply Gilded washi, and then I was debating back and forth between which washi I wanted to use for from the kit, but I decided to use the like little snitch washi that's down at the bottom of it, or that has the snitches on it. Sorry, that was not correct. But yeah, so I am putting down washi, the full boxes, the glitter headers, deco. I did use deco that is from a old Once More with Love sheet. I did rip off this washi a little bit too. But I used that, and then I did put in a little bit of foil, like kind of a deco stickers that are from Scribble Prints Co. And then I did move on to my sidebar. So I'm going to talk about really quickly why I'm using a Gryffindor Harry Potter kit, because it kind of seems a little random for it to be in the middle of April and just randomly using a Gryffindor kit. So my friend Eliza, I've mentioned her a couple times before, she actually won free tickets to the Hogwarts after our oh my gosh, Dark Arts at Hogwarts Castle event. So they were doing a special event that you can go to where they would shut down the whole entire park and leave it open for the Wizarding World. You can stay open for that, or it would stay open for that. Oh my gosh, we are struggling so hard right now. It stayed open for the private event, and they did showings of the dark arts at the castle, which was one of the coolest shows I've seen. They used drones in the show, which was really, really cool, and I really, really liked it. It was just super cool. But we had a private party, so they gave us free food. They gave us dinner and everything, and then we got a bunch of free like desserts, so like butterbeer and just different Harry Potter like kind of themed desserts. And then they also obviously did that preview, and we had the whole entire Wizarding World to ourselves. So we got to ride all the rides. We got to be in the stores and stuff like that. And then earlier on in the day, before the event happened, we also were able to go around Universal in general and experience that. So it was really, really cool, and it was a really cool event. And that is why I'm using the Harry Potter kit, just to kind of commemorate that. And it was just one of the coolest things I think I've done, and it was just really, really exciting. And we took some pictures there and everything, and it was just, oh, it was great. It was so cool. Like I said, they used drones in the show, and it was like one of the coolest things I've ever seen because they were using the drones, and oh my, it was just great. It was great. Anyway, moving on to the sidebar. So I first put obviously that main box down, and then I also put down my habit trackers, and then the 5mm washi that matches the bottom washi. And I had the same problem that I had last week, where this is a kit that doesn't have smaller like squared off boxes. This is also an older formatted kit from Station Stickers, so I struggled a lot with this washi and the half box, and I kept struggling like hardcore with it. I kept having to mess with it, but I did just put the half box down for that, and then I did put down my weekly box, and then I also did not have any extra full boxes at all, so I just put down some of the washi and just stuck that there and just used that to finish up the sidebar. I then went ahead and just filled out the sidebar with my normal two things, my nose pen and my step goal, and then any YouTube thing related things that I had. And that's pretty much it for the sidebar. So first things first, on Monday, I mentioned this, or I didn't mention this, I did use date covers because there was no deco in the kit, and I only had so much deco from that Once More with Love sheet, so I just decided to use the date covers. That is why. Anyway, going on to Monday, first thing I did was I took one of the like smaller labels. She only has these small labels and half boxes, and I believe 2 appointment labels, maybe 3. So it was kind of hard to use things. A lot of it was mainly just the white space because I didn't have very many like labels to really use. So first thing I did was I put down one of those yellow labels, and I did put it the opposite way of what I wanted originally, so I did switch that. And I used a Coffee Monsters Co. Emoji with a tooth to mark I had a dentist appointment at 10 a.m. I also have a dentist appointment that happens a couple weeks after this because I did have to go back because last time I was supposed to go back and get work done. I was supposed to get a filling last time in like, I think it was November, and I ended up missing that appointment because of some personal stuff that was happening in my life, and I just didn't end up going to it. So I knew this time that I was going to have to come back because I never did get that filling done. And if I had gotten that filling done, I wouldn't have had to go back, but I had to obviously get that taken care of and everything. So I had a dentist appointment at 10 a.m. I then took a munchkin from Once More with Love and used that to mark that I went to Target after. I actually have a Target that's like 5 minutes away from my dentist office. My dentist office is about 15 to 20 minutes away from me, depending on how bad traffic is. And then there's a Target like right down the street from there. So I went to Target after that. And then I used a Fox and Cactus Girl to mark that I needed to clean my room. And I was really excited because the red matched the kit. And I was like, I can use this because the red matches the kit. And I got really excited. The small little tiny details, huh? And then next I took the little YouTube play button and an edit script from Magic Prince Co. to mark that I needed to edit some videos. Moving down, I then took an icon from the kit. This is one of the foiled icons that comes with the kit. I use a little basket to mark a Walgreens run. I honestly don't remember what I had to get from Walgreens, but I had to get something. And then I used the car icon also from the foiled icon area. Sheet, I guess technically it's foiled icon sheets. I used the car icon from that to mark that I needed to get some gas. And then I did put down that half box right there, if you guys can see that. I think I was struggling with getting my iPad to work, and that's why I keep pausing in between things. But anyway, I digress. Not important. I put that half box down, and then a sticker from what is it called? From Scribble Prince Co. I believe her name is Sienna. She's the darker skinned and darker hair colored girl or scribbler, and I use that to mark a movie night, which I have a lot of movie nights, mainly on Monday and Wednesdays, just because I'm off, and if I don't have any plans to go do something, I tend to have movie nights, mainly because I just get tired of watching the same thing over and over all the time again. That's still not English. I don't know what I'm saying. We're struggling. This is actually voiceover number 2 I'm filming today, and we're struggling right now, but it's okay. So yeah, movie nights, and that was it for Monday. Moving on to Tuesday. I gotta eventually let my writing catch up. Come on, filming Lindsay. There you go. Okay, moving on to Tuesday. First thing I did was I took the work label. This work label is actually from Station Stickers. It is a separate what's it called? Sheet that I bought, and they are specifically foiled work labels that I bought off of her shop. I don't know if she still sells these. I bought these a while ago, but that is where that sticker is from. I then took a Simply Watercolor Co. Coffee cup to mark Dunkin' Donuts coffee. That one is the one that has that gold foiled bow on it, and we like those coffee cups. I use those more frequently than I do character stickers, just because I don't know. I feel like I use so many character stickers. If I can use an icon, I'm gonna use an icon, and because it's foiled, more foil in this the better. And then underneath that, I took the washing machine that is from the kit to mark that I needed to wash my costume. That's pretty normal. Yeah, we always gotta wash costumes. That just happens a lot. I wear the same costumes all the time, so I gotta wash my costumes a lot. I then use a little YouTube Maru that is from Paper and Milk to mark that I had a YouTube binge. I actually just placed a pretty big order with Paper and Milk, and I'm really excited because I'm all of the Paper and Milk stickers, all of them. I need them all. I also have a Once More with Love one that's hopefully coming soon too, and I'm yes, all of the character stickers. Because I actually have not been buying, contrary to popular belief, or contrary to my hour-and-a-half long haul that I uploaded, I actually have not been buying a lot of stickers, and those hauls that I usually upload are maybe a couple months worth of orders that I eventually get in, and then I just start hauling it. So, yeah, I'm really excited for those orders. Not really important, you guys probably don't care, but yeah, I'm excited to get those stickers in. And then underneath that, I took the trash icon from the kit to mark that I needed to take out the trash. Actually, I put that down a little bit earlier because I originally wanted that to go after the wash costume, but because they were both yellow icons, I didn't want them next to each other, so that's why I moved it down, and I just put the YouTube binge above it. So we took out the trash, and then underneath that, I took another one of those Coffee Monsters Co. emojis to mark that, I made my dad some lunch. Again, this is when he was still trying to recover. He wasn't fully going back to work yet, so I was making him lunch and stuff because he couldn't do it, and he just needed the help. So I made my dad some lunch. I then took a half box as well as a kind of side-eye girl. That's essentially what she is, but she's a side-eye girl that is from Fox and Cactus to mark that we had a slow day at work. I also really messed up my writing. Like, if you look at me, I'm like trying to like figure out how to fix it, and I'm like, I don't know how to fix it. So I kind of made the A look very, very weird and strange. It looks a little bit like an O, but it's fine. But I use a side-eye munchkin, or not munchkin, side-eye like character girl, purely just because I hate slow days at work. They kind of suck sometimes. Like, they're nice sometimes because you're like, okay, we're not insanely busy. But other times you're like, oh my god, we are so slow. This shift is taking forever. So that tends to happen pretty frequently. But yeah, so we had a pretty slow day at work, and I just used the kind of annoyed side-eye girl to mark that. Moving on to Wednesday, I don't know if I just forgot to mark down what happened on Wednesday or I just purely didn't do anything, but I didn't have very much to mark at all. So first thing I did was I took a pretty big size piece of washi, and I did this on purpose because I wanted to take up some room. So I took that as well as the Sleep In foiled sticker that is from Arctic Paper Studio. And then underneath that, I took a Glam Planner Lolly to mark that my dad's doctor's appointment was on this day. This was his first doctor's appointment that we had, or that he had after leaving the hospital. So this one was a pretty like big one, just because it was determining weathering. Oh my gosh, we struggling today. It determined whether he was recovering or not. I also messed up the S on this, so that's the reason why I'm whiting it out and fixing it. But this was essentially the first appointment after his hospital stay, and was what determined whether he was recovering and whether they needed to do more stuff or not, put him on more medicine or not. It was the whole big thing. So yeah, he had his doctor's appointment on this day. I then took a laptop and an edit script from Magic Prince Co. to mark that I edited some more videos. Underneath that, I then took a half box and a Wonton and a Million Netflix like binge sticker to mark a Grey's Anatomy binge. Like I said, not much happened on this day, so I wanted to take up some space. So that's why I put that Netflix binge sticker so low. And then last but not least, underneath that, I took a munchkin that has a food baby that is from Once More with Love to mark the hat. I also messed up on that one as well. I actually messed up quite a few times while trying to write out this time. But I marked the hat, which we actually don't have a hat near us. It's only when we get it. It's only whenever my dad comes back from his doctor's appointments. And I'll admit, like, I want him to not have to go to doctor's appointments all the time, but I'm going to admit that I will miss not being able to get the hat because it's nowhere, like, near us, and his doctor's appointments are farther away. So, yeah, we had the hat that day, and it was really good. Moving on to Thursday. So first thing, like I normally do, is I put down the work label. I then took some of the solid washi, and I didn't want to use a giant piece of washi, but this one was too small in my opinion. So I did take the two smaller pieces and just stuck them together, and it was the perfect size to mark my payday. So I used a Yay It's Payday sticker from Magic Prince Co. and just stuck that right on top of that. And then underneath that, I took a filming slate that is from Mandy Dreams to mark that I published my plan with me. When I was writing this out, I actually almost forgot the H, so that's why the H is so, like, squished in there. Because I was like, oh yeah, I have enough room, and then I completely forgot that there was an H for some reason down at the bottom of it. Don't ask me why I forgot that, but I did. But we struggled to try to get published plan with me in there, but we got there. We were good. I then took the little money stack icon from the kit to mark that I needed to transfer some money over. It was payday. Transferring money over into my savings is pretty normal. I actually have it automatic usually, but for some reason I needed to transfer more than whatever was automatic, so we went ahead and did that. You see how the H is a little squished? Yeah. My dumminess forgot that there's an H at the end of publish, but it's fine. Moving on underneath that, I used a little clock icon that is from the kit to mark that I needed to submit a trade to off. So the next day, the Friday, is the day that I went to the Hogwarts like event thing, the dark arts at Hogwarts Castle. And I actually originally was supposed to work on that day, but I was able to trade my shift and give it away to another person, so I didn't have to worry about like calling out or anything. I was able to just get rid of it and we were good. And then underneath the submit trade, I took a half box as well as a fox and cactus like emoticon girl to mark that I had my check-in with Antonio. So I mentioned this in my last plan with me. I was having talks with Mandy, who is one of my managers. Antonio is another one of my managers, and he's also one of like my like mentor type people type thing. Yeah. So we had a check-in with him, and check-ins can be very draining for me. They're not always that great. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. Sometimes it's them like pushing me. So underneath that, I took a Munchkin from Once More with Love that has the low battery to mark that I was super drained because I was. Check-ins are an interesting time. They're good. They're all for good reasons, but they're nerve-wracking and they're exhausting. So yeah, we were drained at the end of that. Moving on to Friday. So first thing for Friday, obviously like I said, I didn't work, so I didn't have to worry about putting a work label down. I took a Lolly and Pop from Glam Planner to mark a laundry day. And then I took a nail polish bottle that is from Scribble Prints Co. to mark that I painted my nails because y'all know I wanted some pretty nails for the event later on that night. I then took one of those like kind of small labels and a another one of those like I ate too much munchkins to mark that I went to Lemonade. I have never been to Lemonade. It's a like huge thing in LA and I don't live in LA. I live near-ish LA, but it's still like at least like an hour and a half drive depending on traffic for me. But Lemonade is only out in that area, and so I don't have one anywhere near me, so I had never tried it before, but oh my gosh, it is so good. It was one of the best places I think I've ever had. So we went to Lemonade, and then underneath that I took a Coffee Monsters Co. Emoji that has some macaroons in there, because we also got the Lemonade macaroons, and they were so good. Oh my god, they were so good. Like I think it's there's a raspberry one, I believe. I don't know. I had the pistachio one, which was really good, but they were so amazing. I was just, I was obsessed with them. They're so good. I really wish that there was a Lemonade closer to us because I would go there like every day of my life. No joke. Like I would go there all the time. Moving down underneath that, I took a little minion from Once More with Love to mark that I went to Universal with her. Like I said, we got to spend the day there. We got there around like 3-ish, and we were able to spend however much time we had before the event happened to um, roam around the rest of the park. So I did mark that like us going to actual Universal, which we did actually get to go on everything but the studio tram tour because that had closed by the time we would have been able to go on the other rides. So we just kind of like stopped that, but we did do everything else before that. And then underneath that, I used a Butterbeer sticker that I believe is from Once More with Love. I honestly don't fully remember, but I believe it's the same like sheet that I used for the deco. And I used that to mark free butterbeer in food. It was honestly some of the best food I've had, and the butterbeer is so good. And if you guys have never had butterbeer, oh my gosh, you're missing out. It is so good. The frozen butterbeer, in my opinion, is better than like the normal one. But it was so good. It was great. We had some butterbeer. And then last but not least, I took that half box and then I used the Wonton in a Million little sticker that is from the Goblet of Fire sheet. And I figured it would be kind of good because it has Voldemort in it and it has a little bit of like kind of dark arts, I guess you can say, in it. But I used that sticker and just stuck it at the bottom of it to mark the dark arts at Hogwarts Castle, which again was so cool. It has my favorite quote from the like whole entire series, which is the happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. It had that in there and like the whole entire show, and that was when the drones came out, and I was like, oh my god, this is great. So yeah, Hogwarts or Dark Arts at the Hogwarts Castle was just amazing, and I really wish it wasn't a limited time thing, but it is a limited time thing. Limited time thing, unfortunately. Sorry. We're struggling with words apparently. Moving on to a Saturday. So first thing I did was put down that work label, as always, and we can't put it down straight because that's pretty normal for me. I needed to tweeze my eyebrows apparently on this day, and I felt the need to mark it. I usually don't actually like mark when I need to tweeze my eyebrows for some reason, but I felt the need to mark it, so I used a Once More with Love, or not Once More with Love, sorry, Coffee Monsters Co. emoji that's like plucking the eyebrows to mark that. And then underneath that, I took a Scribble Prints Co. little money sign bag icon. I also messed up on eyebrows as well, hence the reason why I had to white it out. I told you, I had to white out a lot of writing for some reason this week. I'm not entirely sure why I was struggling so much. Maybe it was because I did another plan with me right before this. Really don't know, but we were struggling with the writing. But anyway, underneath that, I took, like I said, that little dollar sign money bag icon from Scribble Prints Co. to mark that I needed to go to the bank. And then I took a washing machine icon from Magic Prince Co. to mark that I needed to wash my costume, which again, pretty normal. That's pretty standard. I always got to do that. And then moving down underneath that, I took a Harry Potter like Gryffindor type girl that is from Fox and Cactus to mark that I restarted Harry Potter on Audible. I have actually listened to all of the books on Audible. I've read all of the books multiple times. And when I went to the dark arts at Hogwarts Castle, it made me really, really want to reread the books. But I couldn't, like, I can if I really wanted to, but I don't really have the time to do it as much as I used to. So I decided to restart it again on Audible, and this is me just essentially marking it. So I restarted the first book on Audible, and I was really, really, really excited to restart it. Right now, I'm currently on the fourth book, I believe. So I'm going back and forth between podcasts and Audible and like listening to music. Just kind of depends on my mood, and I'll switch back and forth between them depending on how I feel. And then underneath that, I took a appointment label as well as a munchkin that's going no to mark that I had so much anxiety, because I did. I had so much anxiety this day, which was ridiculous. I don't get anxiety as much as I used to, especially like in December, November, October, like that time frame. That was just, I had a lot going on, so I had a lot more anxiety than I would normally. So I definitely don't get it as much as I used to, which is always nice. So I marked so much anxiety, and then underneath that, I took a Fox and Cactus girl to mark that I couldn't sleep. Technically, that is an anxiety girl, but I just used that one to mark that I couldn't sleep because her eyes are open on a pillow and she's just struggling. So, yeah. When you can't sleep, I'm not a happy camper. I need my sleep. If I don't get my sleep, I struggle. So, we couldn't sleep. So, moving on to Sunday, first thing I did was I took that work label, and then I took a munchkin that has a little snooze, like Z's, I guess you can say. Z's on it. I don't really know where I was going with that. I used that to mark that I was so exhausted, and I started writing exhausted, and I struggled because I ran out of room. So like, I don't know if it gets cut off. I hope it doesn't, but I had to move the munchkin over a little bit, and I didn't move it enough still. So the D goes into the like face of the munchkin. It's a hot mess right here, but it's fine. Yeah, I didn't realize that I was this far out of frame. I really hope I move this and you guys can actually see what I'm writing. If not, I apologize. Underneath that, I put down a little emoji to mark a Grey's Anatomy binge. And then I took a Wonton in a Million steamy that has some stickers to mark that I decluttered my stickers, which is pretty normal. Moving down underneath that, I took a Scribble Prints Co. little iced coffee cup to mark a coffee run. I don't know where I went for coffee. Usually if it's Starbucks, I'll mark Starbucks, but I literally just wrote get coffee. So I don't know where exactly I got coffee at, but we had a coffee run. And then I took a half box, again from the kits, and I believe this is a Kina Prince girl that has, is doing her makeup. To mark that I played with makeup, I tried out a new little makeup look. I don't remember what I did because this is a couple months ago, but I played with some makeup and tried out some new things. And then last but not least, underneath that, I took a Once More With Love munchkin with the little Amazon label to mark that I made an Amazon order. Again, don't know what I ordered. No idea. Don't know what I got, but I had an Amazon order. And that is actually everything for Sunday, and that is my whole entire week planned out. It was a pretty exciting week, especially with the dark arts at Hogwarts Castle. That was probably my best thing of this whole entire week. And it was so just random too, because I didn't know it was gonna happen, and then Eliza was like, "You want to go with me?" And I was like, yes, of course. And it was a miracle because she had just, she won tickets on the radio. And in your head, you're like, oh, that's not a thing. That never actually happens. But the fact that it actually did happen, and she actually won tickets was, the coolest thing ever. So yeah, that is going to be everything for this plan with me. I'm just going to gather up all of these stickers like normal. and then flip through the kit. I'm also putting down the weekend banner. For some reason, I've been forgetting to put down the weekend banner in like the little beginning kind of montage-y thing that we usually do, like the sped up portion in the beginning. For some reason, I keep forgetting to put that down, but we are flipping through the kit really quickly. Like I said, there wasn't like a ton of stuff left over because I didn't, like, I had some labels, but I used all of the half boxes, which is pretty rare for me, and most of the labels. So that is everything for this plan with me. I'm going to go ahead. How many times have I said that is everything for this plan with me? Pretty much a lot, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if I said it too many times. But I'm going to do a Viv Wiggle really quickly. I love all the foil that is in this kit. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, as always, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And leave me any kind of comment that you want down below. And I will see you guys in another video very, very soon. Bye, guys!